Hey everybody, it's Trombone coming at you with a brand new series that I've honestly been geeking out about. I've been super excited to do this. I tried to broadcast like the SKT Logju finals when I heard the audio was really bad on YouTube. That went pretty poorly, but you know what? I'm going to give my casting chops another shot. And we're going to open up the brand new This Week in Bronze casting studio to a new series that I like to call Trombone Casts Academy. Now, you're wondering, Trombone, why are you casting this something that's already casted? It's because the day one VODs that they release are not casted, and I'm here to fill that need because I finally have something that I can do that Riot hasn't done better besides the actual casting itself, but they haven't casted these games, so I win. I'm filling a need. I'm doing it. I wanted to fulfill a need, and I see it here. And you're gonna grow with me, I'm gonna grow with me, and we're gonna cast some Academy games. We're gonna have some fun, and let's get into it. Here we are into the thick of everything. Let's get this started. As you can see, there's a lot of anticipation as far as the Golden Guardian side of the ADC pick goes. We got the Ezreal, Tristana, and Xayah bans. Caitlyn Hover, because Caitlyn Braum is a very strong bot lane. He's got a lot of potential there. You can see the comps are very well set up, actually, for more of a team fight. You got the Syndra Control Mage. You've got the typical Gnar Ornn matchup in the top lane. You got the Varus, which is super common. I lied. It's not Caitlyn. It's going to be Kalista, because screw my Hover analysis. That didn't go so well, but that's okay. This is our first game that we're casting. Why CLG Golden Guardians, you might ask? Those two teams suck, and our Academy teams probably suck too. Well, you know what? I'm a CLG fan, and I'm doing the series, so this is what I decided to start with. It's actually, like I said, I'm super excited to finally be able to do something like this, to see team comps and see them perform and give you the analysis that I want over top of these games. Because I watch this VOD and I'm like, man, this is boring. Where is the guy talking over, saying whatever the heck he wants? You know what? That guy is me now. We got the Syndra, the Kha'Zix, the Gnar, the Varus, and the Taric for CLG. We got the Ornn, Sejuani, Azir, Kalista, and Braum, and we are on to the Rift. As you can see, the scores are exactly the same as their LCS counterparts, but that's no matter. It doesn't matter. They both are bad, but we're going to cover this game. You know what makes a game more exciting? Okay, pause right off the bat. I'm going to do this Korean style. I don't know why there's a pause. You know what? Doesn't matter, because we're back in it already. Ain't no thing. I got you covered. We can see a beautiful middle of the mid lane here with some decorations. We got CLG Tuesday. Golden Guardians, Bobkin, you know, it doesn't matter. They got names. They're chilling out. Got a nice Doran's Shield start for the Varus and the Kalista, expecting very poke-heavy lanes on both the side of those. Some aggression coming through on them. See, Jenkins already has some damage on him. That Gnar already putting in that poke, exerting his dominance on this lane. Okay? You see everyone's just kind of posturing so nobody steals a camp. That's what they're doing right here. That's what the casters failed to ever say unless someone does it wrong, okay? What we're doing here is we're posturing to make sure that there's no invades. There's no sneaky bronze level things going on here. Everyone's in an entrance to the jungle to know where the enemy jungler is and to particularly know where they won't be, okay? They won't be on your red buff. They won't be on your blue buff. We got the Gnar. We got the Syndra covering that. We got the support, the Omar God from old. And leashing it up at the red buff. It seems like a similar leash up top side for the Sejuani from his top laner, however. And, yeah, beginning a laning phase, pretty boring. Like I said, though, I'm excited for this matchup. One heck of a team in CLG, an organization that's let me down relentlessly, hoping to find some success in their academy to give me a little bit of hope in their season as an organization in general today. As trading CS back in the top lane. You know, it's a 6-3 lead. Gnar's got the advantage. Probably going to get that early level too. Like I said, it's a pretty aggressive lane for the Gnar. Something that the Ornn anticipated, getting that good old corrupting posh. You know, we got the stuff happening. In the mid lane, we got the Azir with the 6 CS lead. Now it's only a 5 CS lead, but you know what? It ain't no thing, because there's 3 there for Tuesday to pick up. Picks up 2. Wait for it. Oh, Azir getting some good poke damage in. Forcing a pot out, winning that, you know, early initial trade. Bot lane, like I said, going to be pretty pokey, going to be pretty aggressive. As you can see, the Callista has, you know, between 3 and 4 CS lead at any moment. Getting pretty aggressive. CLG is playing actually super passively here in the bot lane. That's because Callista Braum is super strong in level 1. And again, this is patch 8.3. We're not seeing those wonderful, wonderful Callista range nerfs. So she's still got a little bit of a pressure that she can exert, right? Got a little bit of an invade from the Sejuani down here on CLG's bot side. Potluck picking up those good old Krugs, maybe posturing for a gank. Who knows? This is Academy. I haven't watched the uncasted Vods. I barely watched the casted Vods. So you know what? That's how we're going to do today. And there it is, the gank, the engage from Braum. Looking for the stun. Doesn't get it from the Sejuani or the Braum. Probably looking for more of a priority target in auto rather than Phil, the support Taric. Jurassic, though, putting some meaningful turret damage down. And we can see Syndra's finally pushing her way back up in the top lane, and Gnar doing his thing, just pushing that in. So the only lane on the map for CLG that's really being pressured at this very moment, despite like the weird early game going on from the Syndra, is actually bot lane. Again, Callista Braum is incredibly strong. Callista with the Rend at level 1, and Braum with his biting Frost and stuff. You know, again, I'm Bronze. Do I know all the abilities' names? No, but I know what they do. They stun people, and that's important. Speaking of stuns, we got Fallen Bandit taking an aggressive move on Jenkins, who just has 1 charge left on that Corrupting Potion, down 6-7 CS at any given time here. Syndra trying to get the stun off, fails miserably. That's okay, Zer's coming back with some poke damage of their own. This lane's about even, 4 CS discrepancy. Why am I mentioning CS discrepancies so much? I don't know, that's what the pros do. I feel like it's important for you to know. You know, who's got the gold? Who's gonna back with the better, you know, items here? Finally lands that stun, procs a little bit of that shield out of the rune page. Can't remember what the rune's called because, again, I don't study this quite as intensely as I should. I just wanted to kind of cast this game, let you know what's going on. Alright, but that's okay, that's okay. We'll get through this together. Bot lane kind of evening itself out, CS-wise and pressure-wise. Tuesday posturing super aggressively, knowing that it's got Omar God there in the topside jungle, taking some Raptors from the Sejuani. That's okay, that's okay. Bobkin's stepping it up. Again, Doran's shield starts for 80 carry is not that exciting of a lane. You know, it's not something you're going to see in a lot of fights come out of. You're just going to see, you're going to try to see winning trades come out on that. All right, Omar God and Tuesday trying to make a move onto Potluck, stepping a little too far up for the counter gank. Didn't quite work out for him, and that Gnar being overly oppressive with that 14 CS lead, probably going to drop to about a 8 CS lead to 10 CS lead very quick. Stunned up the support Braum, probably not going to get much on that. Support Taric stun, however, probably gets a bit more. Auto, though, correctly focusing on Jurassic, getting some meaningful damage, so they can't really pursue onto Phil that much more. But Sejuani here for the repeat gank, level 4, so no impactful ult here. CLG Phil is probably going to go down here. Potluck and Jurassic finally finishes it off for the first blood. Auto looking for the return kill onto Jurassic's not going to find it. Special taking some turret damage, not being very successful. And CLG looks to be losing everywhere as Fallen Bandit wastes his flash. Horn counters the flash and looks to get some decent damage out. But in the end, he gets out safe. Bot lane going to return with that nice 53 CS, 1 gold, first kill gold. That's going to be fantastic. Oh my god, just cleaning up them Krugs that he couldn't get the first time around. Folks, Sejuani, what a heck of an early ganker, you know? It's crazy. It's insane. Syndra, you can see plodding along, growing a CS lead, got about a 10 CS lead at this point. She's got that brand new, but not for her, amplifying tome. I don't believe... Lost chapter, my mistake, but also the amplifying tone. So it's honest mistake. And another pause because I misspoke. You know, but it's just a temporary pause because apparently that happens in Academy. We're cool with that. That's just a thing that happens. Someone was irritated, someone wants to make shot calls for about 5 seconds. They did it, they're regrouping. Bot lane needed to flame and, you know, their support there for a bit. Why didn't you save me? Even though, you know, he was the one who died. What can I say? What can I say, folks? It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. Callista actually using that advantage to come back with a pair of Ninja Tabis and a couple of those daggers, getting some attack speed and getting some protection from that undoubtedly on-hit Varus, who picked up his pickaxe. Probably going to be anticipating a Ginzu's there. Why? Because Varus builds Ginzu's. Even in 8.4, I would imagine, still building Ginzu's. But that's okay. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about this game on 8.3. As we can see, Omar got a Fallen Bandit, failing a red steal, while Sejuani's up at the Krugs, and Lauren is moving down for quite an impactful move. However, Potluck seems to be screwing off as Tuesday's there for support, and they didn't have vision on the camp anymore as the control ward went down. Omar also going to be stealing that Raptor camp away, picking out that Kha'Zix pick that we didn't get to see from him in LCS, probably because Rainover's on the team, a little bit better at those carry junglers. And how is bot lane going to recoup their losses? Probably pretty well, because we're only 10 CS down. A heck of a punish. I mean, honestly, something I haven't seen in bronze for sure. 10 CS lead punish for 1 kill, but it does happen. And there you have it. The tier Taric. I've heard a little bit about this. Now, it's kind of interesting. It's basically so you can just spam heal. You have a bunch of, you know, mana regen, so you can basically just spam your heals, get those stuns out more often, more impactful, and from that bot side pressure that they gained, Golden Guardians is actually going to pick up the Infernal and get this bot lane a rolling from where they need to. Obviously, you know, again, Infernal's not going to be great on Ornn. It's going to be pretty freaking good on Azir and Kalista, though. You bet your butt it is. As we can see up here, Fallen Bandit still pushing that lead. Still got about a 15 CS lead. Been able to maintain that. Gets a little bit of turret damage down on the top turret. Not too much. Not like, we're not talking first turret kind of contention here, but we're doing pretty alright. We're doing pretty alright. You know, for a live broadcast, if you like this video, please let me know how I'm doing. If I'm flapping, like, doing really terrible, just let me know so I can stop doing these and just kind of do it for myself, because I'm going to continue to record these. Whether I put them up on YouTube or not, that's up to you folks. Just let me know down in the comments whether I should do more of these, because I am thoroughly enjoying myself. God. Kind of a slow game, though. Kind of a slow game as we've settled past that first blood action. Tuesday pushing in, getting some meaningful turret damage down onto the mid tier 2, making sure Omar God gets in and out of Golden Guardian's jungle pretty safely. Again, that jungle lead for him, though, hasn't really done much. It's actually lost them the Infernal. It's given a little bit of pressure. It's given Tuesday a lot of that ability to roam up and be able to put all this turret damage down on this Azir, who's usually quite aggressive. Both of them have blue buffs. That trade probably occurred off camera. Again, I'm not in charge of the spectators. I can't motion. I don't know what's coming up next, folks. I'm in this with like you. I'm in the thick of it. Again, we see the top lane, and we're panning down. See Omar God taking that Rift Herald. Maybe we're going to use it on that mid turret. Maybe we're going to use it on that top turret. Doesn't matter. Both have quite significant pushing lanes right now. Syndra with a bit less of a CS lead. Gnar with the definite pressure advantage, and Syndra with a bit of a pressure advantage. You can see Jenkins backs off, seeing that Kha'Zix has just taken the Rift Herald and doesn't want to be susceptible to that gank, especially with a Mega Gnar. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot more CC we got going on. Ooh. Speaking of, Potluck lands a nice ult onto Phil, who seems to actually get his ult off in response and will not die this time to the dive. Rather than putting turret damage down, gave Omar God a chance to respond, maybe stop this turret from falling, but I do believe Golden Guardians will actually get the first turret. Teleport comes in to pressure them off, and Jenkins coming down with that Call of the Forge God, knocking that Taric up. Man, they have his number. They want him today, ladies and gentlemen. But that's okay, that's okay. Ooh, and there goes that first turret that I thought was going to be coming back around a long time ago. Nobody gets that solo gold, luckily. That was a 5-man play. Hopefully that Gnar in the top lane gets to respond with a turret of his own. Syndra, again, moving down to prevent the turret being taken. Probably not going to get any more meaningful damage, but Fallen Bandit, hopefully, is now actually backing away as the bot lane looks like it's going to swap for the side of Golden Guardians. Meanwhile, Omar God pops that Rift Herald down in the mid lane. Maybe we'll get a turret trade after all, ladies and gentlemen. That charge probably should take it very low, if not take it out. And again, I am not wrong. Why? Because I'm a freaking genius. Kha'Zix's gonna get that solo gold though, because he popped the Rift Herald. That's how that works. If you don't know, I don't know what your knowledge level is. I'm assuming I'm talking to a bronze, okay? Alright. Azir puts up another turret, doesn't want that Rift Herald, doesn't want Shelly any closer to him. He's like, girl, I have a girlfriend. It's not something we hear very often, ladies and gentlemen. Not something we hear very often. CLG moving up, matching that swap from Golden Guardians. Meanwhile, Golden Guardians taking the time advantage that they had to ward up that jungle, make sure they're not going to get ganked, and make sure maybe they can get a little extra vision, see where that Kha'Zix is going to be so they can get a gank in of their own. Put Jurassic a little far ahead. That Kalista, when she gets a snowball, and that's a heck of a game to win. That's a heck of a game to win if you're CLG. But that's alright, that's alright. So as we can see, we got Golden Guardians in the lead, but not by a whole lot. A little less than 1,000 gold lead. Actually, that's decreasing. It's now 300 gold lead, and we are 13 minutes. Infernal Drake up. Turrets are even. Possibly with CLG having that advantage topside, just because they did have the Gnar matchup up there for a good majority of this game thus far. Tuesday moving up. Doesn't know he's on a control word. Azir just poking it away. Fallen Bandit, he's there for that Gnar matchup. That's what he wants, ladies and gentlemen. He's got that Black Cleaver. He is ready to shred some Ornn, if you know what I'm saying, okay? Ornn, he's trying to get that Iceborne Gauntlet. He's got that Iceborne Gauntlet, and he's going to try to wreck some things down here in this bot lane now that he's swapped, or at least hope that Jurassic can wreck some things for him. Braum moving up, getting some control wards down. Golden Guardians in general. Kha'Zix looks like he is spotted on the ward on blue buff, so at least Golden Guardians is going to know where he is and maybe look to make a play on the bot side. Although, you know, Omar's presence there in general does keep, you know, Golden Guardians from making play on their own on that top side, getting Jurassic a little farther ahead. Gold is just about even as we reach the 15-minute mark. Again, coming up in about 45 seconds, but we're having a lot of fun here, casting some games. You know, Nard throws some rock and it goes wide. But Jenkins finally hitting some of that power spike, being able to get some of that wave clear on his W. Potluck handed over that blue buff to the Azir, because who doesn't love a blue buff with Azir, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that's not on the Azir's team. That's who. Okay, anyway, as long as we got that covered. Oh my god, looking for a bit of a move on to Potluck. He wants that Rift Scuttler, and he's not taking no for an answer. Yeah, he's a little too aggressive, if you know what I'm saying, okay? But that's Kha'Zix's thing. That's what he's supposed to do. He's a bug, he's not a human. But remember, to all of you humans out there that are not bugs, consent is important. Okay. Cool. Did I mention that I am not endorsed by Riot Games? Because I am not. They do not approve of anything that I say or endorse what I say. I don't know if they approve or disapprove, but you know, they definitely don't professionally endorse what I'm saying. I'm doing this of my own free will, ladies and gentlemen. I just do want to make that very, very apparent. Fantastic. Jurassic, Potluck, and Special all up there on that top side. Looking to make a move on that turret like they did on the bot quite convincingly. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Fallen Bandit just pushing that pressure lead that he's got because he's Gnar. And that's why Gnar got nerfed, ladies and gentlemen. That's why Gnar got nerfed. Why am I calling you ladies and gentlemen so much? What if you're in between? You know what? If you wanted me to call you folks, I'll call you folks. That's fine. That's how we're going to cover this. Jurassic taking some heavy damage, probably from the Kha'Zix. I can't be sure. Wasn't watching the mini-map that close. Was more paying attention to what was right in front of me. But that's okay. Because of Jurassic being taken so low, CLG gets the turret advantage in the top lane and actually almost pulls ahead to about 1,000 gold lead. Finally, something I can write home and be proud of CLG for. You know what I'm saying? Me neither. I don't know what I'm saying. But that's okay, because we got a Cloud Drake up. Golden Guardians have pretty heavy pressure on that, but again, with the Gnar being who he is, he's going to be able to exert enough pressure and not be as easy of a take for Golden Guardians as the Infernal was when they were the ones in power in the bot lane. Pressure, if you say, has been reversed. That's alright. Ornn crafting some items. What is he going to craft? He's going to craft a Ruby Crystal. Why? Because he wants more health. Psh, come on. Easy. Easy. Give me something tough. Give me something tough, Academy League. Give me something tough. As we can see, Kha'Zix with the Tracker's Knife. 2 full charges on it, but he's also got that Serrated Dirk looking for some of that burst potential. Speaking of the Drake and who gets priority, CLG takes that and adds to their lead. Meanwhile, Golden Guardians move up Potluck, and the bot lane of CLG is not looking to contest this turret. They're just going to give that a one up for free. Meanwhile, Syndra and Kha'Zix looking to make a play. Never mind, mid and jungle roaming up. Phil and Otto are going to look to defend this, at least in a limited capacity. Phil puts that ult up right away, and all of Golden Guardians are going to get away free and with the turret. Meanwhile, teleport coming in for Golden Guardians, and Omar God gets blown up. Jenkins is here to start the fight. Caller's the forge. God gets everything rolling. Otto's here now to wrecking things on Varus. Look at that Ginzu's Varus rush, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you build it. That's why you don't build that weird crit things I've seen you build in bronze. Don't do that. Look at that. Ginzu's wins fights. You got to kill 2 assists. CLG ahead 3-2. Taking up a 3-for-1 fight there, and they extend their lead to a full definitive 1,000 gold. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I am proud of CLG. Good job, guys. Good job. Is bias casting a thing? I don't know, but we're gonna do it here. Friendly reminder, again, not endorsed by Riot Games, so anything I say is not the views or opinions of Riot Games, because I am an independent content creator that decided to do this because Riot Games wouldn't cast these games. Alright, cool. Just as long as we have that clear. Some resetting going on here. That Gnar looking to push down the turret of his own, get a little bit of a trade, get the even turrets, if you know what I'm saying. Get all those tier 2s cleared out on the map in general for both teams. 2-2 turret lead. 2-2 turrets, rather. No lead. And that 1,000 gold lead staying pretty efficient for CLG, being able to keep up and surpass a bit in farm, especially, again, on that Gnar. Omar God and Phil looking to go on a little mission of their own against, especially in Potluck. Fight over that vision control. We are getting about 19 minutes, so who gains that is going to most likely get the vision advantage on Baron, which CLG has actually set up very nicely. Golden Guardians has that control ward along the backside, but it's not going to pick up the regular trinket ward that CLG has set up back there and the vision surrounding. Meanwhile, Golden Guardians does have that ward in the River Brush, so you can't have that famous good old Fnatic Death Rush. Europe. You brought us so many great things. Meanwhile, Gnar doing Gnar things, Ornn doing Ornn things. We're gonna worry more about Gnar and Ornn when they join team fights, because that's when they're gonna be most impactful. We're gonna be looking to see if that Gnar can come into team fights in Mega Gnar form. 20 minutes hits, Baron's up, CLG continues to clear out vision, gain that vision priority, so that way when they want to make the move, they can. Again, that mid-tier 2 is going to give them that lane pressure. They got the top tier 1 out, or top tier 2 out, excuse me, as well. They're going to have free reign on this as long as they can set up a Fnatic Death Rush, and they're going to catch Xpecial. Tuesday coming in to finish the fight, misses the stun, and Jurassic pulls Xpecial out nice and safe. But he's low, he's gonna have to back. We might see CLG go for this, but that's only if they're feeling super confident, and judging by their LCS play, that's not gonna be the case. So we're gonna see him posture around, try to find another Death Brush. Ooh, maybe back it away, looking for some more of that vision control. Like I said, they've done it pretty well. Clearing out wise, that's how they were able to catch Xpecial a little bit off guard. Luckily for him, Jurassic was there to save his day. Omar God clearing out the control ward. Probably not going to see the regular trinket ward there, but that's okay. That's okay. That's far enough back that, grand scheme of things, is it uber important? Probably not. Potluck trying to contest, get some vision control of his Ornn. They pop a control ward in that brush and are able to get some vision of their own. Again, lots of vision battles going on over here over Baron. It's probably something we're going to have to posture to see a lot more often. 8.4 coming up, those Baron buffs and those Elder Dragon buffs going to be much, much more impactful. So this probably won't change. We're probably going to see nice macro games, but without the tracker's knife advantage that Omar God does have now. It's not really an advantage, Sedge has it too, but you know, what can I say? We got to make things a little bit dramatic here on This Week in Bronze casting desk. Meanwhile, Fallen Bandit, again, Gnar doing Gnar things, Ornn doing Ornn things. Two tanks beating each other up at this point. Maybe Gnar will transform and start being a not tank beating up on Jenkins, but you know, you never know. You never know. This top lane matchup is one for the ages, ladies and gentlemen. It is insane. Oh, sorry, I said I was going to call you folks. My bad. Did I mention that I don't express the views or anything? I don't have to express written consent of Riot Games to do this. I don't know if I need it. They'll probably let me know. I hope they'll let me know. Got the little overlay so they know that I'm using their stuff. And I'm not Riot Games. But we'll see. We'll see. Meanwhile, Phil and Otto trying to get some of that pressure. Omar God coming up for a gank on a special. Shows himself a bit too early. CLG decides to back off of that one. Tuesday kind of pushing that mid lane up a bit. What we're really looking for here, again, is a CLG posturing towards Baron. We're going to move to the mid lane since CLG has their top lane pushing. We're going to gain that priority in the mid lane. They already have that priority gained in the top lane. All they need to do is transition this over to a Baron, and they have it, but it looks like right now they're looking for that Infernal with Phil kind of playing cleanup and Guardian on the edges there. Looks like Potluck, though, going to come in on this. The Ornn calling for God on in, knocking up that target, and, ooh, I'm sorry, that was not the target. He's going down. Omar not going to have the last word on him. Takes down Potluck. Phil taking down Potluck. My bad, it's alright. Omar's popping off, doing some Kha'Zix things, running through the jungle. Robin Hood and Little John riding through the jungle. Auto down, ADC down. Can they take the Baron? It looks like they're not going to want to, although they very well could at this point in the game, and they actually will move over onto the Baron, having won that fight in a 3-1 fashion. CLG in the lead by about 3k gold to give this Baron, probably be about 4.5, maybe even 5k gold, ladies and gentlemen. That's an insane amount. A special stepping up like he wants to at least try to contest, but I don't think it's going to happen. He's not going to get there in time to even put Vision down. And CLG safely takes a Baron. Again, pleasantly surprised by their performance today. They scare me. They scare me. When that Ornn comes in, they took Auto down, like the Varus, instantly. It had me nervous. And as you can see, CLG, every single one of them has at least one control ward. Why? Because we're going for Vision, baby. We're going for Vision. But that's alright. The Baron has been taken. The Infernal has been taken. No more Vision inherently needed. Of course, you're always going to need Vision, always going to want to know where your opponents are, what you can push, what you can't push, where your strong lane is, where their strong lane is, all of that. So again, Vision doesn't lose its importance, just Vision around objectives not as important, and you can see probably a hold on to at least some of those control wards until another big objective comes up. Meanwhile, Golden Guardians pushing pretty aggressively for that mid-tier 2. Looks like CLG, even with the Baron buff, are going to give that up, maybe trade it for a bot tier 2. I lied, they are just going to give that up, and Otto's going to go back down for that trade. Hopefully nobody looks like they're going to answer him. Meanwhile, Gnar up in the top lane, going to posture down to join his team, but Jenkins moving up to help defend that top tier 1. Meanwhile, Omar God seamlessly walks in between 4 members of Golden Guardians. Quite honestly, getting rid of any attempt, that was a ballsy move. Wow. I was afraid for his life there. I don't think I've ever seen someone walk into a brush like, yeah, whatever. Like, of course the invisibility helped him out quite a bit there, because if he didn't have that, he'd be very dead. Meanwhile, CLG takes the opportunity of scaring away Golden Guardians to be able to take away that bottom tier 2 and moving to the, tier 1 and moving to the mid tier 1. Why? Because that's what the casters do. You think it's tier 2 because, you know, you're moving into it, but not. It's going to be tier 1 because it's closer to their base, you know what I'm saying? Not a super action-filled game. CLG winning the fights that matter, taking the objectives that matter, pushing down, you playing a pretty good macro game. I mean, from Vision before the Baron to using this Baron and flaunting attempts from Golden Guardians to really catch them out. They're using this quite nicely and have actually accrued a 6k gold lead between the Baron from where they were at 4k. Bump that up another 2k. What do we got? CLG in the lead. That's what I'm saying. 3 kills, 1 turret, 6 1,000 and growing gold. Baron buff still up. Fallen Bandit Omar God probably going to be able to take that top tier 1 down, because Omar God is a beast right now. He's got that Dust Blade finished. He is looking to wreck some kids, you know what I'm saying? CLG uses the opportunity of Golden Guardians moving up to try to decide whether they want to defend that tier 1 in the top lane, to take the mid while they're at it. Why not push that gold lead up to 7k? Why? Because we got Baron, that's why. I say we like I'm a member of the team. I am not. Again, I'm trying to be as impartial as possible here. I am proud of CLG, though. I think as an impartial caster, I can even say that I'm proud of CLG, but definite caster bias here. Am a fan. Am a fan. And again, I'm going to take that note to let you all know I am not endorsed by Riot Games. This is something I've decided to do of my own free will. Therefore, my views may very well vary from Riot Games' views. I just want to make that very clear for your folks in this lull while the teams reset. Baron buff falls off. Another Infernal coming up in 1 minute 13 seconds. I imagine with the lane pressure that CLG is able to exert and how they're able to run Golden Guardians around the map, that's probably going to be their objective as well. Meanwhile, Omar God looking for some vision / stopping backs in the mid lane, letting Tuesday push up and getting Special the heck out of there. Otto in the top lane, keeping that all by himself, but he does have Phil close by in that red side jungle for Golden Guardians, trying to keep him safe should something go south with that Ornn. But Ornn has been very behind this game. It's a heck of a matchup to pick Ornn into. Again, I'm not exactly sure. I believe he probably... No, I don't know if he got counterpicked on that one. Either way, not a good matchup. And unless you can really style on that Gnar, which it appears was unable to happen, you're going to have a bad time. Poor Jenkins. He was the CC bot that his team needed. Stepped up in that role. Meanwhile, mid lane, going for a fight. Otto whiffs the ult, but that's fine. Still gets Jurassic out the end of it. He's got that board finished. He's got that Ginsu. He's got that double kill. And they now, with a 5-3 lead on the map at this point, are going to look to push in the base. CLG firmly in the driver's seat for this game. Infernal Drake, meanwhile, is up. I would imagine they're looking to push down that mid inhibitor, and then they'll be able to pick that up, unless they're just going to end it right here, moving as 5 against the 3, really flexing those muscles. Otto, that is one ahead bars, you know what I'm saying? Blade of the Rune King, Wit's End, Ginzu's is a heck of a build. But they are going to take those 2 inhibitors, because in fact they did have the pressure to be able to exert on the top lane inhibitor as well, and they're going to take that Infernal, as I suspected. Golden Guardians are honestly probably just waiting for the end here, because 2 inhibs is hard to come back from, but it's incredibly hard to come back from when Baron's up in under a minute. You know what I'm saying? Baron's going to be coming up. They're not going to be able to get that. They got 2 inhibitors. They got a base to worry about, with super minions going to be flooding in there any second. Meanwhile, CLG does not have that dominant vision control that they did around last Baron, probably looking to push that lead from the Baron and get those inhibitors like they knew they could. Didn't quite have time to set that up. They're looking to set that up now, clear some vision, put down some of their own. Again, all of which have control words. What a happy Bronzy being able to see people with control words, you know what I'm saying? So CLG probably just going to posture like they could take it. However, they do have Fallen Bandit up in the top lane. They'll be pushing that in quite hard, forcing at least the Ornn from Golden Guardians to respond. Poor old Jenkins having to deal with the Gnar again. Meanwhile, Phil and Otto pushing out that top lane, making sure they can gain some priority there. But Golden Guardians retaliating quite heavily in the mid lane, making sure that they have lane priority. And unfortunately, that poor ult from Potluck misses. If they would have got Omar there, it probably would have been a nice game changer for them. Unfortunately, it sails wide, not something they're going to be able to do today, folks. Omar, though, looking for the re-engage. Takes it a little more cautious since the Azure turret's back up there in the mid lane. Can't quite push too heavy. And CLG's going to move in, put some of their vision down, but Potluck and Special not going to have none of that bogus. They're going to be looking to clear out that vision of their own. Omar, again, looking for that engage. Not finding anyone that he likes, throwing out the W, seeing, where the feelers are at, you know what I'm saying, folks? Probably not. That's okay. I don't know what I'm saying half the time anymore. All I know is that this game should be in CLG's hands, which means they're probably going to throw it here any minute. That's all I know. That's all I know. That's okay, Fallen Bandit coming up here. Jenkins trying to hold him back, but that Gnar is just too strong into that matchup. And probably gets to just do whatever he wants there in the top side, in the bot side, excuse me. And with top side pushing in for CLG, CLG gaining some of that vision control that they did have from the first Baron take. Gonna start it here, trying to force something out from Golden Guardians. Get those supers continuing to flow in their base. With the Gnar pushing in, hoping to gain something. Ult comes out, lands on Phil, the Tar, and the steal from Golden Guardians. What did I say? What did I say? It's probably in CLG's bag. That means they're going to throw it, and that is a definite first step into throwing it. Unfortunate, Omar. I feel for you, but not too much. Good job on Potluck's side, being able to steal that away. Unfortunately, he did not make it out with his life, but such is the name of the game, League of Legends. I don't know. It's probably not actually part of the name. Speaking of names, did you know that I'm not endorsed by Riot Games, and this is something I'm doing of my own free will, because I know that there's someone that didn't cast this before, but it doesn't matter because CLG just flexing their muscles without the Baron. They say, we don't need it, we're going to push in top lane. They push that inhibitor down and are looking to end it right now. They have the pressure, they have the gold lead. 11k at this point, they have the kill lead, they have the Drake lead, and they are going to muscle their way into the space. They're going to look to end it right here. Tuesday, meanwhile, pushing up, getting some of that seat down, letting Fallen Bandit do some of the damage. Meanwhile, Bobkin on that Azir looking to do all he can. Tuesday, ult's down. Gnar ult comes in and finishes it out. It's all but the crying for Golden Guardians and that Azir, as he will also fall. Tuesday picking up the triple kill. And CLG will push down the Nexus turrets, hopefully push down the Nexus, and win the game, despite a very nice steal from Potluck. This is going to be CLG's game. Thank the Lord. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for my first ever Trombone Cast Academy. CLG on top. Everyone else did not make it. Poor Golden Guardians. And my post-game interview brought to you by me, because I'm my own sponsor. I'm going to interview myself. How did I think that went? It went pretty well. I like to see CLG win. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Now let's hear from you. What's your... You see what I did there? I turned it on you. In the comments, I want to see what your favorite play was. Tell me what you enjoyed. Tell me what you want to see, what games you want to see. I cast CLG because it's fun. Like I said, they're not casted already. This isn't something that Riot I'm doing for them. It's just something that I want to do for people that really care and are too try hard and don't want to listen to just the game noises, you know, when they're not playing. So thank you so much for joining and dealing with this first attempt, but I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. I really, really am glad, especially if you watched all the way through, for watching. But until my next video, whatever that happens to be, if you want to see more of this, let me know. But until my next video, whatever it happens to be, I will see you then. And in the meantime, have a good one.